Will you stand up so people can see you? There's Tristan. Our next mother is an example of how things will start out one way and then turn a direction that you don't expect. Faith was actually quite happy to be pregnant when we first met her, and then just 7 days later, she was back. Fiance now wanted to have an abortion. A mother should never have to choose between a fiance and a baby. As difficult as it was for Faith, she stood her ground and chose life for Noah. Then another complication arose. She found herself homeless. That's when our partner organization, St. Raymond Society, entered the equation. Among other services, St. Raymond Society offers transitional housing for homeless, pregnant, and newly parenting mothers. Rolla is very, very blessed to have St. Raymond Society, and we happen to have one of the founders with us here tonight. I'd like to ask Steve Smith to please stand. Where are you at, Steve? Thank you so much for partnering with us, Steve. Faith would like to share her experience with you tonight, so let me introduce you to Faith and sweet baby Noah. Do I get you? Come here. Hi.
I'm quite nervous as well, so pardon me if I tear up. But for my first visit to the PRC, I was not a mother in crisis. In fact, I was excited to be a mother for the first time. But over the next week, as I told other people that I was pregnant, I was overwhelmed by the harsh comments of the people I trusted to support me. They said things like, "You're too young to have a baby. This is going to ruin your life because you'll have to drop out of college. This is a mistake. Having a baby at this time would be irresponsible. Abort this baby, and we will try again after we are married." This one hit me the hardest. I was going to marry this man, and he turned his back on me. Everyone did, really. I felt betrayed, alone, confused, discouraged, hopeless. I was left traumatized. Without the support I needed to succeed as a mother, I believed I was bound to fail. I knew I needed help to sort this all out, and I knew where I could find it. I went back to the PRC, but this time I was a mother in crisis. They spoke truth to my situation. They told me I was not alone, that whatever I needed, they would help me get, and that's exactly what they did. 2 months later, when I became homeless and I contacted Jane, and within 3 days, I moved into St. Raymond's house. This was the turning point in my life. I was given this golden opportunity to become the person God created me to be, and I took full advantage of it. In 1 year's time, less than a year actually, I went from a homeless, pregnant, part-time waitress to a breastfeeding mom, a college graduate, employed in my field of study with a 401k, a business owner, and most importantly, I became a baptized Christian. And it's all because of you. Thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting the PRC so that I could be the mother I wanted to be.
Wow, how do we follow that? Great job, Faith. We're so proud of you. Okay, pull yourself together, Joe. And if you were here last year, you got to meet these three babies on the big screen in the corner. They had an ultrasound. Oh, they're not there now. They're actually on that direction, actually. We had a live ultrasound last year of Rolla's famous triplets, so tonight you get to meet them in the flesh with their mommy, Janie. This lady is one amazing mommy. Imagine having a 4-year-old and you find out you're pregnant. And then you find out you're pregnant with triplets. And you're homeless, sleeping on someone's couch. I don't think any of us would want to be in that situation. It's a tough spot, but that's exactly the spot Janie was in. And she was able to choose life because she had everything she needed. Collectively, this generous community said in a loud voice, "We've got this, girl. We are here for you and your family." Your pregnancy center, St. Raymond Society, and Christian Life Center rallied together to make absolutely sure that Janie had the support she needed. Housing, a personal life coach, a vehicle, cribs, changing tables, swings, diapers, and then more than 50 volunteers that would come in and help take care of the babies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every possible thing was provided for. So important and so inspirational was her story that when it broke in the national media, in an article from Pregnancy Help News, it went viral immediately. Within 24 hours, it had over 1,000 shares and over 10,000 likes. So that's amazing. So my friends, Janie would like to share with you what it meant to her to have the support when she needed it the most. Janie?
She'd like to, but we're making a bottle.
Okay. We're making a bottle. So while we're making the bottle, I'd like to point out the brave and the very awesome daddy, Dustin. And the really cool grandma, Donna. Podium is yours, ma'am.
So let me just note the fact that when Joe told me about what he was going to be saying for this, it was kind of funny because it sounded like he was literally choking on his own saliva from talking, but really it was choking back tears. So I'm kind of happy that I don't have to do that just yet because I was afraid he was going to make me start, but he already did his, so I'm good.
There we go.
Anyway, at no point in my life did I ever imagine that I would become a mother of triplets, nor what that would mean for my life. As a mother to a 4-year-old who just months prior packed up everything she could to return home from North Carolina, reluctantly needing to file for divorce, being pregnant was the last thing that I needed. Though I personally have never been one to contemplate abortion, I felt like I was without any hope. That there was no light at the end of the tunnel, and I had no clue how I would care for another child, let alone 3. However, thanks to everyone at PRC and you, the gracious donors who helped make things possible, I was blessed more than I can imagine. I was given a home through the St. Raymond Society. I was blessed with a bigger vehicle, carefully chosen out of the donated vehicles to accommodate our family, and covering the cost of inspection and tags for the vehicle. Now I'm pretty sure I just messed it all up. Oh, there we go, hold on. I can't even count how many times I was provided with food of my choice, which anyone knows me knows that I love food, pregnant or not. I was able to make it to every appointment in St. Louis that I had. I was able to stay near the babies during the first month and a half of their NICU stay before having to return to prepare Stacia for kindergarten. The Daltons even provided me with an opportunity to eat at the Cheesecake Factory, like I've been wanting to try since watching Big Bang Theory. Little tip for that though, if you are indecisive like me, the cheesecake selection is not for the faint of heart. Really, the list can go on and on about what all has been done for me. Between the PRC, St. Raymond Society, and the tremendous amount of people supporting and working alongside them, I can honestly say my family grew much bigger than 3 babies. I don't think I could have gotten through my pregnancy if it weren't for all of you. Having 3 babies home, especially in the beginning, was quite the adventure. However, thanks to many volunteers that helped, the assistance of my house sisters, I was able to transition into my life much easier. Dixie and Stacia became the best of friends, though they do argue a lot. And I truly feel that helped Stacia with her transition. Needless to say, I cannot thank all of you enough for providing our little family to help us with our new chapter in life. One thing is for certain, each and every one of you will forever hold a special place in our hearts. Your support has done so many great things, and I look forward to seeing what all we can achieve this year. Of course, with that being out of the way, let me formally introduce you to the babies that you all have been dying to meet. Xander here is now 15 pounds with Tatum and Arabella. I'm requiring their assistance if you can't tell.
Had to think about it.
Both weighing 13 pounds. They are on track with what they expect out of their development and have been making great strides. Both of the girls were being seen by the cardiology department at Cardinal Glennon due to their heart murmurs and the issues that caused them. Arabella thankfully did require a procedure to correct one of her issues, but thankfully that procedure did exactly as it needed to do, which could possibly be helping her body fix the second issue with her heart itself. Tatum has officially been cleared by the doctors because the two issues causing her murmur are so small, they are clinically nothing to be concerned with. We still have a long road ahead of us, but I know with continued prayers and support, God will deliver us over any hurdles thrown our way.
Super proud of you, Janie. Dustin, babies. By the way, the table that they're all sitting at is nicknamed the Table of Awesome. Just thought I'd point that out. And before I move on, Faith, I forgot to mention that Faith, her career of choice is cosmetology. Is that what we say? She's a hairstylist. So if anybody needs a new hairstylist, JCPenney is where you look her up. Okay? Thought I'd point that out. So if you were here last year, you were blessed to hear a powerful testimony from Kelsey, a Missouri S&T student that chose life for her twin daughters. You recall Kelsey thought she needed to have an abortion because she bought the big lie, and the lie is this, that if you get pregnant while you're still in college, your life is over. But she desperately wanted to stay on schedule and graduate on schedule. She was not able to be here with us tonight, but I wanted to give you her update. First of all, I guess I need to turn this thing on, don't I? We're going to flip through some things. First of all, wait a minute, where's the other one? First of all, she graduated on time. Not only on time, but magna cum laude. And we invited Kelsey, that was December. In January, we invited Kelsey to Washington, D.C. for a trip. It's for an event called Babies Go to Congress. So this was mid-January. Now, on the Hill, they can argue pro-life and pro-choice all day long, but when you bring a mother and she shares her personal story, that's just what makes Babies Go to Congress so powerful. So that's us pictured there. And this is Isabella and Brielle. I call this one Storming the Halls of Congress. So we had 5 meetings in total, 2 congressmen, 1 senator, and 2 senators' aides. Each meeting, Kelsey was allowed to share her entire testimony, and she was brilliant, leaving a very positive impression with everyone. This is Senator Blunt's office, Blaine Luchtenmeyer. And then we got a call from the White House. The following day, our president was going to give the first ever speech to the March for Life participants, and they wanted Kelsey to stand behind him during that speech. So there she is in the background. What a gift. I mean, you know, we're blessed that one of our brave mothers was chosen for this very awesome opportunity. But really, this moment in time was about Kelsey, Isabella, and Brielle. The girls won't remember this, of course, but their mommy will tell them stories about the day they met the president. They'll have a scrapbook full of pictures and articles. And Kelsey, well, she knew we were all proud of her. Now she knows a lot of people around the country are proud of her, even our president. So, and then there was this guy. This is Congressman Jason Smith, probably my favorite meeting. Isabella and Brielle were very interactive in this meeting, so the congressman really enjoyed that time. So with that in mind, he happens to be here with us this evening, so I'd like to invite Congressman Jason Smith to come up and say a few words.
Joe, that was one of my favorite meetings I've ever had as a member. Kelsey and her story was phenomenal, and just to think a young lady who chose life with twins is a result of this resource center and was the representation to the President of the United States is an awesome feat. 2 days after that, we went into a government shutdown, and I said I was going to give up my salary. And I asked folks on Facebook to say, what charity should I give my salary to for those days that we were shut down. And I had hundreds of folks, probably in all those 20 counties you served, have said, give it to the pregnancy center right here in Rolla. So was very happy to give it to them.
Wow, thank you, Congressman. Hold it together, Joe. You came here tonight because you wanted to make a difference. And you want to offer mothers another way, and you know that your pregnancy center is that way. Thank you for trusting us. We won't let you down. Every day, a baby saved. Thank you.
I'd like to take this time to thank not only our platinum sponsors, Gethsemane Lawn, Knights of Columbus, Professional Christian Coaching, and the Sylvia's Antiques. I'd also like to thank our gold sponsors and McDonald's, Dave Weinbaum. Dave, are you here? I saw him earlier. Thank you, David. Grellner, Bob Evans, or Bob Edwards, not the restaurant. Bob and Joanne Edwards, thank you for your support. Bob and I were on the board for 6 years together. We termed out at the same time. I don't get to see you as often, Bob. McNew Electric. We have anybody here from McNew Electric? They're a gold sponsor. Investment Realty, Mike and Linda Weisner. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it. Scott's Printing. Hey, there's my old fishing buddy there, Davis. Davis and Rita Wilson. Davis and I went on a trip to Alaska and fished for king salmon. We had a great time. I really got to know you there. Fairground Auto. Have anybody here from Fairground? St. Raymond Society. I know that Steve is here. Thank you, Stephen. USA Express. Anyone here from USA Express? Thank you. Thank you. And then Mackinac Island, Niagara Falls, it's a tour group. Are they here? Same one. Okay. Thank you. At this time, we have a little break, and we're going to have Trilogy back up and for your listening pleasure. And I want to introduce, most of you know these guys, John Butts, Larry Stratman, Bob Kraus, John Pratt. Thank you, guys. And so while you finish up your dinner, we'll listen to Trilogy.